I think I'm live. I'm not sure if it went into the right place. And I'll take a look and check on that right now. This is all new going into Facebook. So as some of you know, there have been some onto YouTube, not Facebook. So I'm just trying to make sure things are working. So it's always hard to do that when you're starting a new system. So if you are there, great. If not, well, hold tight. And I do have a tickle in my throat again today. But we are going to proceed with a challenge card demonstration. If I can prove that we're live. And if I can talk. Let me double check. I'm hoping this works. Because I'd like to switch over to YouTube. But I'm not quite even sure what I'm looking for at this point. Oh, it says 2 are watching and I'm live. So I'm one of those. I'm hoping this works. Great, we're live. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but I do see in here. So let's continue. I did not set up my chat within the broadcasting system I'm in. So if you want to say something in the comments, I will try to keep track on my iPad. But let's progress because it appears that I am heading out to the world here. So congratulations. I spent a lot of time on this today. And thank you to my son who has helped quite a bit with that. But I'm Laura of Laura's Stamping Legacy Studio. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 6 years now. I like to do lives, and I've done them on Facebook up to now. But as many people are doing, I'm switching over to YouTube because Facebook is no longer saving the lives farther than 30 days back. And the problem is if you're making a tutorial or a card challenge, you want to have that as a reference. So going forward, I am doing my lives on YouTube, and I will post them to Facebook later. But enough of that. We're here, and hopefully as time goes on, I'll get more proficient at this and figure out the best means of putting my lives onto YouTube so that it's easier for all of us, especially for me, at least at this point. So I hope you can find me here. This is Makers Monday number 78. If you're new to watching me, I've been doing Makers Mondays since before the pandemic, or I probably started during the pandemic. And I used to be a little more prolific with them. I run one about once a month now. And it's a challenge card demonstration. And what a challenge card is I show a template or a style or a form of card and challenge those that have watched and our customers or just newfound people watching to create a card and share a photo of it. For our purposes, would share a photo either in the comments here or on my Facebook page that I have under the same name, Laura's Stamping Legacy Studio. So come on in, let me check a few more things. I don't know if we like things. I guess you can do a like on YouTube. So go ahead and do that and ask other people to join in. If you do a comment, I should be able to see it. I don't know if I need to refresh for that. But it looks like they're over here. So if I can find out how to see them. No, there's the chat there. It says there's 4 people in the chat. So if that's true, try to say something. I won't get hung up on that, though. If I can't access the chat, I can go back and check later and get back to you. But let's get to talking about things that are going on. I hope you had a good Easter. And it seems that we've gone and jumped right into summer almost here. So the better weather is here. We've gotten through a long winter together. But there are things coming up. So what's next for Stamping Up? On May 6th, we will get our new catalog. Let me go ahead and switch, and I can show things down here. I can't open the catalog, but I can show you the cover of it. So this is our new annual catalog that will be available starting on March 6th. It has some lovely items in it. I wish I could show you. It's also got a lot of great, like, not tutorial, but almost like a little workbook, different pages in there that kind of help you with crafting and stuff. So, I wouldn't say a half of it, but there's a good section of this that is now devoted to scrapbooking. So you've been waiting for that to come back. You'll be excited like I was, because when I joined on as a demonstrator, that was something I was interested in, was scrapbooking. I primarily did scrapbooking. I transitioned into card making primarily, and now I want to have a mix going forward. So, and this will, like I said, will be our annual that runs. It also comes with the new in colors. Will be, if you haven't gotten a catalog and are interested in one, reach out to me so I can get you a catalog. And we do always have a new set of in colors along with each catalog. And I do have made some bookmarks from the colors. So there are 5 new colors. If you haven't seen these yet, this reddish one is called Strawberry Slush. The orange is a Timid Tiger. The yellow is a Darling Duckling. I'm not quite sure what we all think of that. You can say in the comments if you have a certain inclination to these colors. Cloud Cover is the 4th one here. They've had some trouble with the ink color here, and they may not release that fully. We will hear more soon. And we have a deep, deep blue-gray almost. So, and that's called Secret Sea. So those are the 5 new in colors. We are losing Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Copper Clay. Help me out, folks. And there's 2 others that off the top of my head, after this long IT tech day, I'm just not going to remember. So that's coming as well. The other thing coming up, if you haven't heard, let me double check to see if I can see things yet. I can't. I do see that 3 people are watching. So I'm not sure if I can see chats or if that's something later. I will try to go back and circle back to that later. But I will continue forward. We revamped the rewards program. Well, we no longer do host codes. You'll get 10% back on all your orders of 20 or more. And that started April 15th. There are a few things you need to do to take advantage of the rewards program other than your purchases. If you already have an online account with someone with Stamping Up, like with me, that means you've probably ordered or placed an order through me, and you put in your email and created an account and put in a password. So you have an account with Stamping Up. To make use of the rewards program, you need to have an account because they need somewhere to put those rewards into for you to keep track of and access. So that's the only reason they're asking you. If you don't have one and want to have one with me, let me know. I can send you an invite that easily boots you into it. If you go to the website and you already have an account, you should see a prompt that says to opt into the rewards program. So you have to opt in if you want to take advantage of this rewards program going forward. It's not hard. The system leads you through it. I also have a video about this on my Facebook page. So you can look there and watch the video. It's from Sarah, the president currently. So if you aren't a member, have an account, you'll have to do that and then opt into the rewards. But it's not that difficult. If you have any questions, just let me know. So that's the 2 biggest things going on. The other thing is, as always, there's a paper pumpkin coming up. So I wanted to show you the one for May, which I think is a gorgeous, gorgeous kit. The April one just shipped, but the May one is called Mountain Majesties. And you can see there, it's just, I love anything that's nature themed, especially with the birds soaring in the sky and the trees and the lake and the mountains. Just take me there. It's been a Monday getting ready for this, but it's overdue and I did need to create one. So this is the one, if you're interested, by May 10th, you want to get on board for that one. So that's all the things that are coming next. Seeing as how I don't have, oh, hooray! Tanya, I see that you chatted. That means that this works. Thank you. You'll have to teach me how to access the chat. I think I can just type right there if I needed to. I'm glad you said something. It makes it easier to continue. You should be resting though. I hope you feel better. Also, if Renee, I know, is said she can't watch, and I couldn't remember why, but she did have some eye surgery today. So here's a shout out to Renee if she's listening. I hope you feel better. Anyone in the area, if you're interested, she's hosting, and I'm going to help her with it. She's a team member under me. If you really are interested in Stampin' Up! And would like to join on, I do have a team called the Wishful Inkers, and she is one of my members, and she is hosting an event at her church, Persimmon Grove in Alexandria, and she's hosting that on Saturday. It's called Mama Mama Mia, and it's Mother's Day cards. But anyway, shout out to Renee. I hope she's feeling better too. Let's move along to our card challenge demonstration here. I'll show you what's going on. If you read the description for the YouTube live, you saw that it was 2 different sizes of these easel cards are what we're making. These are called triple easel cards. I got the idea from my friend Donna, and I also saw that Karen Titus of Stamping on the Back Porch had made some. These are a few examples of the cards. These are the measurements. This is the card I'll be demoing tonight. I'll be creating one of these. It folds up into a mini slimline. Nice small shape. You can still put it in the regular A2 envelope. And it has 3 areas, 3 easel places to adhere things. So they're cute for things that pop up. So this is the smaller size, and that's called the mini slimline. And then this over here, this was Donna's card, by the way. It's not Stamping Up. I don't believe it's all Stamping Up. She can correct me if she's out there. But it was a triple easel, and it was the mini slimline. So that's where I got the idea for the mini, was from Donna. They're really cute cards, and they're fun to make. They can tell a story. This one over here, I made this one for a workshop that I had at my house the other weekend. This is also a triple easel card, and the base is the same size, but you take your back, the different DSP sizes are different, and you take your back panel up to the full A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I will point that out in the dimensions here. When it comes to dimensions for this challenge card, I will put them in the comments, and I'm sorry I don't have them on screen. I know I had gotten you all spoiled with my Streamlabs that I was doing, and I still haven't sorted it out through this system, but I will get more proficient as I go. I should do these more frequently. But this one will have slightly different sizes when it comes to the DSP panels. So those are some of the examples. Really cute. I've marked these products in the comments. Here's another one made with Storybook Moments, and this is one of those that tells a story. So this was a lot of fun to play with. 2 of the sheets in the Storybook Moments DSP come with pre-cut die cuts, and that's where all these critters came from. So I took these critters and I created a story about Mama Chipmunk working their garden and Uncle Squirrel tending to the rows in the back, and then little baby bunny has stolen one of the radishes. So I had a lot of fun with that. Shout out to Rebecca. I had not gotten this paper yet, and she gave me a wallet she created full of these little critters. So much fun. So let's get going here. That was the Storybook Moments. And then this was, since we're showing you these now, this one right here is called Sunset Sailing. It's a wonderful bundle. Thank you, Tanya. We got to find someone else proficient at YouTube. We need to text Donna. I sent her a message earlier. She may be out of town. But the Sunrise Sailing, there's a stamp set, there's the dies, which I always put my dies inside. Sorry for the glare. So you'll see the water die and all the different boats. And one of the dies, this boat here, is an outline. So when it's an outline like that, that means that's going to fit in your embossing folder. So you get the stamps, the dies, and this beautiful embossing folder for $50.25, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it's around $50. I thought it was just awesome. And I've used this quite a bit. Nothing's happened to it. You put your paper in there, and then you can lay your die here, put your paper on, fold it up, run it through, and it'll cut out that sailboat. So that's what we did here for this sailboat. Sorry, I gotta keep reaching further there. But these were a lot of fun to make as well. So, and it's easier than you think once you get going with it. It may look complicated, but it's not. Look at all those gorgeous dies. Aren't they great? So, enough with that. Let's get to work on this. When I do a challenge card, I'm going to give you until May 11th to complete it. You do not have to do the exact stamps and papers that I did. You just need to create the triple easel. And you can do either the mini or the A2 size. So I want to show you, I'm going to demonstrate, and I know it takes up a lot of room, but I'm going to demonstrate the scoreboard. This is Stampin' Up's scoring board. It's really easy to use. I may have to stand up out of the shop to use it because of the light and the camera and everything. I know I haven't told you the dimensions yet. I will. Let's take a second to do that. Yeah, lots of stuff, lots of stuff. Do you have a scoreboard, Tanya? You probably have a different one from earlier. Here's I did a template of this card too. And I do suggest making templates because this will go into my template box. And when I know I'm going to have it written up and in a book, but I have a template box and I love to go and grab out of that template box. So this will be in my template box. And I've written the dimensions. I know you're probably looking to write them down. Don't write them from there because it's too messy. Those are for mine later. But I've written the dimensions and I've written the dimension of the base and that on it. And then I have a mock-up of what I want to do. So, and then again, I have the dimensions there. So I do have the dimensions written out. That's for the DSP. As far as your base, I'll tell you really quick, and then I promise to put it in the comments. Your base is going to be 11 by 5.5. Then you're going to score it, and we'll see this again when I score, at 1, 2, 3.5, 5, and 8. We'll put it up there and we'll score it. 1, 2, 3.5, 5, and 8. So that's your base, and then you have your DSP pieces. And then however you want to decorate is up to you. As far as the DSP pieces, it varies based on which one you're going to do. If you're doing the mini slimline card, which was the smaller one, the one with the toadstools or the one with the penguins, it's 5 3/8 by 2 7/8. It's 5 3/8 by 1.5, and 5 3/8 by 7 1/8. If you're going to do the A2 size, you're going to want to do 5 3/8 by 3.5. And when you adhere that to that back panel, you want the finished size of that area to come up to 4 1/4 by 5.5. So that was the first one, was 5 3/8 by 3.5. Then it's 5 3/8 by 2 1/4 and 5 3/8 by 1 1/4. Each of those is bigger because they overlap higher, and you can do different things with them. So we can talk about that when we look at the other cards. So those were your sizes. I know that went quick. I promised to put them in. Here's all my bits. I already got everything ready to complete this so we can move it along. I know YouTube's supposed to be faster, but I'm not a fast crafter. When it comes to cardstock, when you're trying to decide which way to score, in a project like this, it won't matter because you're going to have multiple scores. But usually you try to find which way the paper will give better. And if you hold your paper straight out away, and you'll see whether it bends up or bends down. You want to score from the top towards where the bend will go easier. In person, that's easier to explain. You might be able to see a video that helps it better. So if you get your score, if you get a scoreboard, the reason why it's nice to have a scoreboard for this is that you're doing multiple scores. Our paper trimmer does have the scoring blade on it, but to do multiples is a little bit slower when you're working with this many. So just to remember, somewhere, where's our scoring? Okay, it's 1. And I like, this comes with your scoring board. It's a burnisher. There's a larger tip and a smaller tip. I'm going to go for the larger. You just fit it where the 1 is and draw straight down. Put it where the 2 is and draw straight down. I find it works best to keep it at an angle rather than straight up and down or too much flat. So I did 1, 2, 3.5. Really easy to work with. 5 and 8. Even in this configuration here where I'm having to reach and look, it wasn't hard. Okay, sorry, I needed a drink. Oh, thank you, Tanya. I thought that was a reasonable sweep. I really appreciate you tuning in. I figured this first one would take a while for people to find. You're going to need a bone folder when you're working with scoring stuff. And I'm going to have to work off here because my cork isn't a good base to, you want kind of a harder surface. My table back close to me. So you're just going to fold this up. You're going to fold it this way and then this way. You're going to accordion fold it until you get all the way through. You just want to make sure that you started in the front and then you made all your little easels. See that? That's why it's an easel card. So I'm going to take it down here for just a second. Let's put this up here so you can see where we're going with this one. Give you something to look at. And I'm going to go ahead and score these. And that means, burnish them with my bone folder. And when I'm burnishing, all you're going to do is take each little crease and you're going to rub your bone folder across it. This cork is too giving for it to get a good, and then it'll fold better for you. So I got the front done, and you want to do each and every fold independently so that it stands up nicely for you. And one more. Okay, now I have my easel ready to go. And we just have to decorate it. So, and I did also, I did not tell you, there was a back panel when I told you the DSPs for I didn't tell you the white DSP, and that's the back one. It's the same size as whatever your biggest DSP was. And that's basically going to go on the back of here for your sentiment. So that'll be on the back side of your easel, the sentiment tag. So for now, I'm just going to use a little snail to adhere that back there and get it out of my way. And also, it'll keep me from putting something back there that doesn't belong. So, like, I just put a dot in the middle because then I can take it off later and stamp whatever I want on there for my, it would be the inside sentiment of a card. Has anyone out there ever made easel cards before? Or used a scoreboard for anything? Just for the ease of quickness here, I'm going to use some adhesive runner, Tombow. Sorry for working off the screen. When it comes to these two first panels, I'm going to make sure that it comes to the top of that because I want it to be kind of a seamless scene going back with these two. So there'll be the granny apple green will make a little framed edge, but this is going to go up to the top of that unless I mess up. It's always hard when you're working on camera. You don't want to get your head in the shot too badly. So if we do that, then that one is going to not have a green bit as we adhere the next one. So that's what I want to do with the mini. I want these to be seamless up to there. And then at the top, there'll be more. I'll show you. Let me lift it up and show you what I'm talking about. If I can get it to behave. There we go. Oh, behave, right? So then there is a little bit of a green framed along the outside here, but not in between these. And it will keep going up and around. So adhesive of choice, I'll use glue on this one. Be sure not to get glue above your line where it's going to touch on the back. That's an important point. And my glue has been sitting too long. Who's had that happen? So we're not going to use glue at the moment. We will wait and go back to the adhesive runner. That's the best thing about crafters. We have multiple sources of sticky things, right? Okay. Do the same with that one. Adhere it onto here. I guess I'm missing, I like to watch Reds baseball. I'm located on the other side of the river from Cincinnati, Ohio. So I'm a Reds fan. And there was a game yesterday that was amazing. And there's a game going on right now. This was Toadstool. This paper here, the bundle, the stamps and the punch, it's the stamps and a punch, are still available. But the paper was a celebration item, so that is not available anymore. So there we go. Very easy set to use together. There we go. But the paper, unfortunately, is not. I did get 2 packs of it, so I'm kind of a mushroom nut. And when it comes to this, I'm going to tuck this one all the way down because I want there to be a little bit of framing around it. And once again, I'm going to use this even though I think I would use glue normally because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. I'm going to stand up for that one just to see. There we go. So that's there. And then we just need to adhere these. So hold on. These I punched out. If you looked at these, I'll show you on this one. This is a bit of retired vellum. So, because the cardstock is just underneath there. So and then the vellum has the white dots on it. So it created the mushroom tops with the white dots. That's a retired product, but I'm sure that we have another vellum now, probably one with lines and stuff. So just as an idea I wanted to explore. So let me grab my glue. It's just over here. My backup glue. I also have a backup glue, but that's not here. Oh, hi, Cindy. Thank you. Thank you for finding me. I know it's hard to find a new place, but I find it's going to be necessary with Facebook going forward. Oh, goodness, a lot of glue is coming out. I just must have gotten this one open. What can I use to move that around? Anything will work. If you get too much glue, you can always use something to mush it around and then wipe it off later. That was what do you call that? Winkostella. So then just put these on there. Just be careful not to get glue anywhere it shouldn't be. And if you do, just wipe it off. You don't want the 2 easel points to stick together. Sorry, I'm off the screen. And then I've got some old retired embellishments. I know I'm supposed to use all new, but once in a while the color's just right. I didn't want to have Mango Melody here. So I went for what's probably kind of a watered down bumblebee, I think. All right. I don't mind having the comments at my elbow. It's easier to see than looking up at the screen. If I could have fixed it out, it would have worked. So that just put a few little yellow down here to kind of break it up. That one should be a little bit higher, but. And then I just have 2 more of these to put on. And I find glue works the best. Just don't use too much, as always. Yeah. I don't know if I want quite that much, but you almost have to, as tall as I want it to be, for it to be supported, I have to bring it down a little bit. And you can wipe the glue and get a glue eraser if you need to. So there's one here. And where's this little guy? Just kind of figuring where it needs to be positioned so it can be supported but still look cute. I'm just adhering a little glue on the back of these, just in the spots where I'm going to need it. Sorry, I'm way out of the screen. I'm a beginner on YouTube. It'll get better, folks. Just hang in there with me. So then I got 2 toadstools there. And I'm missing dimensionals. So if I had my dimensionals over here, I'm not going to get up and grab them now. But I would put them right here and have that popped up. Just like this one is. So I'll just switch that one over. And say that I made that one. So this was the mini. And the one thing that I want to show you real quick is that when it comes to the other size, which was the full A2 size triple easel, if you look at the backs of these, you'll notice right away which is which, okay? Because of the sizes. So the base was the same size on the sailboat one as the mushroom one. But I took this panel here is a lot bigger. When the dimensions I gave you, that panel is much, much bigger. And then when I laid it on here, I raised it up a little from the bottom even. If you can see, it's white down there. You don't see that when you fold it up. So that the size of this right here, from my thumb to my finger, that's the 4 1/4. So if you're going for that size, that's what you want to do. All right. So those will be due on May 11th, and you need to post a photo either here in the comments or over on my Facebook. If you go to Facebook and you haven't been to Facebook, Laura Stamping Legacy Studio is there as well as a page. Let me go ahead and switch up to this camera. Laura Stamping Legacy Studio is there as a page, and there's also an accompanying group called Laura Stamping Sisters. And most of us that have been doing this on Facebook put our pictures in there, but in that group. So if you start following my page on Facebook, then you can go into the accompanying group and post your picture there. So, and I draw one prize for one of the people that created a card. It's not a contest of which card is better. It's just I tried to create your challenge card. Here's what I made. And we're just sharing our creativity. So, and I'll pull one prize winner usually on the next day. So if I say the 11th, which is Mother's Day, what better thing to do than craft on Mother's Day, right? But you can always get it done before then and post it. And then on the 12th, I'll pull a little prize from all who created. I do one prize for my team, and usually I step it up for the team. Oh, hi, Terry. I did see there were a few. What should I step it up with? For the team? That's a good question. Find a way to step it up from just using papers and die cuts or punches, and add something else. And you can just tell me what is. So for my team members, step your cards up a little bit somehow. And regular customers, just please make sure you create based on the triple easel, and you can decorate as you will. If I think of something later, it's been a day, girls. I'll let the team know what I want as the stepped up version. And since I did make this card at a workshop, anyone who attended and made one of these, you can't submit these. That doesn't count. You have to make a different one. So thank you so much for persevering with me. As always, as we learn new things and do new things, we'll get better with them. So, and I can't wait to see all your creations. There are some things coming up that I want you to know about. There's the Renee's event this Saturday. I believe it's in Opportunities, and you can look there, or you can reach out and I'll tell you more about it if you're in the Campbell County area and would like to come. I'm having a kit together on Derby Day, which is May 3rd. I think it starts at noon and it goes till 3:30. I have that event, and I'll put that in the comments as well, that you can click and come if you'd like. If you have kits that you need to complete, it's just a fun time to come and socialize and work on those. If you've never tried a kit, come on in, and I've got kits that you can purchase. Between $15 and $25 is what they range, and then you can just craft along with us. It's a fun social time, and you can wear a derby hat or a fascinator. We'll have a little contest for that. And then I'll be at Mary's Thankful Crop. That's at the Emmanuel Baptist Church in Cold Spring on May 10th. So lots of things going on. So thanks again for watching, everyone. And thank you for those that commented, so I knew that this was going somewhere. And I look forward to seeing your creations. Take care until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.